Hey guys, it's the Mad Stacker here with my first haul video. This is going to be a little bit different. This is a kind of a recap of Philly BrickFest 2014, which was this past weekend. It was amazing. If you weren't there for this one, you definitely got to get to the next one. I can't even begin to describe how much fun I had. So many great people, great displays, great vendors, everything. But this is just going to be, I'm just going to kind of show you some of the swag that I got. First up is this guy. This was awesome. All of the registered AFOLs to the convention, or at least the first 150, 200 or so, got this really awesome Ben Franklin minifig sort of set. It's not just a minifig. It's almost like a poly, you could say. And they were all custom made, all custom put together by all the guys at Philly BrickFest and BrickFest Live. So thank them for that. It's really awesome. I mean, the Ben Franklin minifig is really well put together. The Shakespeare hair, that's one of the Bilbo Baggins torsos. I think they just look like plain gray legs to me. The kite is it's really simple, just a couple of pieces. It's got a key on it, and I always think of these as Spider-Man webs. I don't know if they're really anything else, but that's what they'll always be to me. I added the cylinder and the stand myself so that the kite would stand up. They gave me a little thing of sticky tack so you could stick it on. There's a little display box that they gave you with it, and this obviously, like it is now, wouldn't fit in there. But I like it with the stand rather than having to stick it to the little backdrop. Even though the backdrop itself is nice, it's got the BrickFest logo you can see up there. So this guy's definitely going in my collection. I really like Ben Franklin, and thank the guys from BrickFest for giving this to everybody. I thought it was funny. Aside from that, in the swag bag, there was a program, schedule of events and everything, and most of the stuff was just Philly themed snacks, and you don't get much more Philly themed than peanut chews. These are delicious. I don't know how they survived the weekend, but I'm probably going to eat them right after this video is over. Another thing I was finally able to finish up, I was really happy. Me and Clutch over at Bricks on the Dollar have been talking about this guy for a while. I was finally able to get all the parts together. Here's Kazam! I'm gonna spin around here so you can kind of see. He's kind of tough to see in this light, but maybe you can see him a little bit better now. That is actually, if you're unfamiliar with Kazam, it's a horrible children's movie from when I was a kid, starring Shaquille O'Neal. I don't think I've ever even really seen the whole thing. I've seen parts of it. I've been meaning to watch it again since I made him. But I'm really proud of him. That is actually the official Shaquille O'Neal head. I had to find someone that actually had NBA players at BrickFest, and I managed to find a Shaquille O'Neal. The rest of him is just sitting in my box somewhere. All I really needed was the head. The torso, I believe, is something from Prince of Persia, with some arms added onto it. I don't know if that's the original torso. Clutch, when he and I were talking about it, he's just like, oh, take this torso. This is going to be Kazam's torso. So I went with it, and it looks great. Obviously, the turban part and the headgear and the headgear part and the lower body are the genie, the CMF genie. And I had to get a boombox from the Series 3 wrapper. That was actually, believe it or not, the boombox was the hardest part to find. I was really sad. I had him pretty much complete since, I think, Friday. Friday was the day I think I found the genie. And I wasn't able to find the boombox until the end of the day on Sunday. So nobody at the convention, none of the public actually got to see the completed Kazam minifigure. So everyone's just like, oh, look at the genie. I think one person maybe recognized him, like, is that Shaquille O'Neal? Anyway, I'm really proud of him. He's staying in my collection for a long time, in my collection of movies I saw when I was a kid that I decided to make minifigures off of. But Kazam! Let's spin back around here. Also, I was really happy. They gave us really neat badges that were custom printed, and they had our names on them and everything. Mine is now in the back behind our SigFigs. You can kind of see my name there, Penlug, and everybody customized it. Some people just put, I just put a couple things on there, a lightsaber, weird little fire goblet. Some people had theirs tricked out to the nines, so next time I go, maybe I'll plan something a little in advance so that my badge looks a little more impressive. But at that rate, I was going to go through this and do my cemented. This is my SigFig now. I've determined It is 100% complete in the form that it currently exists in. I'm going to show you this. It's actually probably be really easy to make if you're one of the people that likes to make SigFigs, because you really only need 3 figures to make him. One of them is Frank Rock. He has Frank Rock's pants from Monster Fighters. I really like them with the chain and the little, I don't know what they are, money or flares. It's kind of hard to say, the little green things on his pants there. And that is also Frank Rock's hair. It matches up all right, I think, sometimes when I have a little more of a coif going. That is Honey Where's My Pants guy's torso, the Hawaiian shirt, or as I like to refer to them, Acapulco shirts. I have a couple of Acapulco shirts myself that I like to wear in the summertime. None of them are that gaudy. I don't usually go for blue, but maybe now I'll have to get one. And I was originally unsure at first. That is apparently the artist's face, which I think is CMF Series 4 was the artist. And his signature accessory is the crowbar. If I had a gray crowbar, he would have that. But I've always said that in a zombie apocalypse, a crowbar would probably be my reliable weapon. And this one is named Excalibur, and now it's falling out of his hand. So Excalibur will stay with my SigFig, and he will live on the little plinth for now. Speaking of SigFigs, I was also able to get Lego Drew 1980s SigFig. He was handing them out, and I was really sad. I didn't have any to give to people. I really like it. I mean, it looks exactly like him. If you know Drew, he's a great guy, and this is a great SigFig. I'm gonna try to find somewhere to put it where it makes some sense. But thank you, Drew, for this. That was really great. A couple other things just randomly got. I was finally able to finish my Dino Riders with the last one, the Dino Triceratops. There was one of the prizes for one of the games at BrickFest was the set that came with the Triceratops, but sadly I didn't win that, so I had to rely on buying one separately. I think this guy's from West End Toys. They had a really great variety of stuff. That's also where I got my Shaq. And thanks to them for this. He's got some, there's a cool sort of a custom put together minifig on top there, using the torso from one of the characters from the Prisoner Transport, which was a city set that we drafted. I really like some of the figs from that. He's got a Brick Warriors skewer submachine gun there, and a Brick Warriors awesome purple mohawk. I decided for the last guy of the Dino Riders. Look for a video about these guys coming soon. There's 3 of them. I really love them. They're awesome. So be sure to check that out when it comes. Speaking of other prizes, there was something, I don't know if any of you have been to other Lego conventions before, but we had a impaired speed build, which if you know what that means, then you know that it was fun, and if you don't know what that means, then wait till you're a little bit older and you will. The set that we had to build for the impaired speed build was ridiculous. It was this Chima set. Ooh, excuse me. Laval's Royal Fighter. This thing is ridiculous. For an impaired speed build, there is way too much Technic in this thing. I mean, it's just Technic all over the place. It does some neat stuff. This gun pops out of the back and it moves around. It's got another little knob so you can rotate the guns. I probably won't do a full review of this set because I'm showing it to you now and I'm showing you most of the cool stuff about it anyway. As usual with Chima sets, I do really like the head. The lion head is really awesome. The jaw moves and everything. It's a neat set. I don't know if I'm going to keep it together. It's a lot of Technic pieces that I don't really need, and it's huge. So I don't know where I'm going to put this. Had a little game called Dig for Figs, where we just had these big bins full of Lego parts, and you kind of had to, search through them looking for minifigure parts. I'm not sure mine was completely fair because I was never able to find my final headgear, but I had like 12 extra pairs of legs. So I came in third with that, and I got this set as a prize, 5932. I didn't even look it up. It's just kind of like a builder's box. It's got I do like the nice base plate on the top, and it's got some good pieces in there that I'm probably going to use as fodder for future projects. I like the minifig guy and the wrench, the little brick build kitty you can build there in the back out of bricks. So you might see some parts from this. I'm already planning, of course, on mocks to bring to the next BrickFest, thinking of starting up my Sig rig which I saw. My first shout out, or second, third shout out, who knows? Lego for Chris. You know his channel if you know anything about Lego. He's a great guy. He does great videos. I met him at BrickFest. He's incredible, and I was kind of jealous when I saw his SIG rig, his customized city camper. So I think my SIG rig might be my mock at the next BrickFest, but it's going to be a little more intense than that, and you'll probably see that in videos as I go on. There was a prize after we did the impaired speed build. We did an impaired poly mock, which was even better. We all just drafted 4 different poly bags and built something out of them. Best part of that was that everybody had to come up with a backstory for theirs, and well, we were impaired enough during the speed build, and then you get more impaired during the poly mock, and it just pinwheeled out of control. But I did get this as a prize for that. This is Jay's Stormfighter, an old Ninjago set. Clearly, I haven't built it yet, but I will do that. You might see a review of that when I do it. I like it. I mean, it looks really cool just from the box. I like these kind of starfighters, and the wings kind of snap back. It's got those giant golden glaive blades, and it's got Snapper, little snake guy called Snapper. So I'm excited to put this together. My girlfriend Ellie, who is now heretofore referred to as Lady Stacker, she got a couple of neat prizes too. She got a dino set that's going to be really fun. Started to put together. Sadly, after the convention was over, she came down with a extreme case of con crud, and I had to take her to the emergency room this morning. So that was fun. So wish her well in the comments. She's doing better now, but thankfully she'll be back soon. And that's really it for Philly BrickFest. I got so much stuff, so many great people. If I haven't mentioned them in the movie yet, in this video yet, Lego for Chris, awesome. Clutch, always awesome. Classy Bricks, Dan over there, God, Carter, Jim, Mike, Casey, everyone really, Sam, anyone that I met. If I didn't mention you, Steven, God, Thrash over at Brick Warriors, just so many cool people to meet, so many great people to talk to about everything. If you like Lego, if you're anywhere near the East Coast, heck, if you're anywhere on the West Coast, Canada, Mexico, come down to Philly BrickFest. I think we're having another one in September that I'm definitely going to go to. I know we're going to do one again next year. And that's it for Philly BrickFest. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you there next time.